Welcome. My name is Ann, and I've been a member of Broad Street United Methodist Church for quite a few years here, and I have appreciated the importance of safe sanctuaries at this church. And that's why I'm here to talk to you today. I want to talk about safe sanctuaries and the purpose of safe sanctuaries. The purpose of safe sanctuaries is to create a safe environment for children, youth, and adults wherever Broad Street United Methodist Church is in ministry. As a community of faith here at Broad Street, we strive to create a safe haven for both our members and our guests. We take very seriously the promises that we make at baptism. Some of the promises that we make at baptism are to follow the examples of Jesus Christ, to love one another, and to support each other as we strive to become more Christ-like. The goal of this video is to train individuals who are working with children, with youth, and with vulnerable adults about the policies and the expectations of what a safe environment is. So what is a safe environment? A safe environment is one that is free from any kind of abuse and has clear emergency procedures. Abuse can take many forms: physical, sexual, emotional, ritual, technological, and neglect. Part of our job as leaders is to notice signs of abuse. Is a child withdrawn, fearful, shows extreme behavior? Is there inappropriate play or sexual knowledge inappropriate for their age? Maybe a child has poor hygiene, is fearful, hungry, and has a poor self-image. These are a few of the things to be aware of in spotting abuse. If you suspect abuse or witness an act of abuse, be confident that there are helpers ready to lend a hand. The state of Tennessee requires immediate reporting of abuse. Contact the Department of Children's Services 877-237-0004 for incidents involving children or youth. Also, contact a church staff member to complete a confidential incident report to be filed with the pastor and church administrator. Thank you so much for your time and attention to this important task as we support one another to be true disciples of Jesus Christ. And now Jesse and Victor are going to talk to you about the procedures and policies for Safe Sanctuary.
Hi, my name's Jesse.
And my name is Victor.
And we're here to talk about safe sanctuaries.
So let's dive right in by laying down the expectations for behavior here at Broad Street United Methodist Church Ministries.
Like Christ shows us in the Bible, we are supposed to love others above ourselves. And by following these rules, these are some ways we can love the members of our church the way that Christ loves us.
So some of the things that we definitely don't want are illegal substances such as alcohol, tobacco, and drugs, firearms, and vulgar or demeaning language.
Bullying or abusive technology, whether it's pornography, sexting, harassment.
Physical punishment and verbal abuse.
A conviction or guilty plea of a crime or abuse.
And no child or youth should be in the same bed as an adult.
So that's a long list, but those are just some things to keep in mind to keep our environment a safe and healthy place for kids and adults alike.
So now on to the list of things to do, which would include the 2-adult rule. There should be at least 2 adults present with any group of children, youth, or vulnerable adults. It's best if these 2 people aren't related or aren't in a dating relationship.
There's also the 3-month rule, where adults need to be active within the church for at least 3 months before leading in a ministry with children or youth that are vulnerable adults.
There's also the 5-year rule, so all adults in authority will be at least 18 years of age and at least 5 years older than the children or the youth they're supervising.
Children and youth should always have a parent or guardian's permission for involvement in church-sponsored activities or programs.
And individual ministries have a system of signing in and signing out for children and youth that authorized adults are expected to follow.
All doors to classrooms, offices, and supply closets shall have windows in the doors and may be visited without prior notice by church staff, directors of individual programs, and/or parents.
It's essential that children are never left alone or with one adult. Floaters may be used to accommodate transition times and too few adult leaders.
For preschool children, possessions should be labeled with child's names and emergency contact phone numbers.
Be mindful that classrooms are set up to accommodate special needs of children like medications, food allergies, and environmental sensitivities, so leave things as you found them to be sure these needs remain met.
Overnight church events, special programs, or events with transportation needs require written parent-guardian permission, including a medical form.
There should be one adult per 5 to 7 children or youth for overnight activities.
Church vehicles are to be used for church-sponsored programs only and should be driven only by approved and properly licensed drivers.
When necessary, approved adults may transport minors in their personal vehicles.
Youth drivers may only transport siblings. Prior arrangement should be made with paid staff if it is necessary for a youth to drive to and from an event. So that seems like a lot of rules, but our goal is to create a safe environment wherever Broad Street is in ministry.
So, what happens when there is inappropriate behavior? So if a child or youth is behaving in an inappropriate manner, the following procedures should be used.
A supervising leader identifies the misconduct and requests that it stops, communicating expectations of appropriate behavior, and redirects as necessary.
If the inappropriate behavior persists, separate the offender from the larger group.
If the inappropriate behavior continues to persist, the individual will be asked to leave the ministry setting.
If a child, youth, or adult is involved in an inappropriate and/or illegal activity at a church-sponsored event, the following procedure should be used.
The child or youth's parent or guardian will be informed, and the proper authorities may be notified.
Participation may be suspended for a determined amount of time.
What if there's an accident or suspected abuse? In this case of physical injury, the supervising leader completes an accident report and files with the church administrator. Supervising leader will have follow-up conversations with all parties involved.
Reporting abuse is mandatory in the state of Tennessee. It's completely confidential and there's support for you, and here's what you need to do.
Contact the Department of Children's Services as soon after the incident is possible. Church staff cannot do this for you. As the witness, you have to make the call, but staff are available to be with you through the whole process. And remember, the call is confidential.
After reporting to DCS, be sure to complete a confidential incident report and submit a copy to the pastor and church administrator. Church staff can assist you in this process.
Remember, we are working together to create a safe environment for children, youth, and vulnerable adults where Broad Street United Methodist Church is in ministry.
Thank you for your time and attention to this work. By following these policies, you are joining the Safe Sanctuaries team to ensure we uphold the promises we make at baptism, to surround every child of God with love.
Remember, we are all working together to create a safe environment for everyone, and together we can all achieve that.